This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. And of course, we know what's coming soon. Even though Sherri is the AWA Women's Champion, she's working without a contract. Vern's trying to sign her to a long-term contract, but she won't sign it because they're offering her $500 a week. Vince McMahon, here he comes. He's made a living taking wrestlers from Vern Gagne, shining them up, making them superstars. He does the same thing with Sherri here. One day Sherri's doing a celebrity golf deal and Jesse Ventura's there. Jesse asks her, why don't you go work for Vince? And she says, no one's called me. And she didn't think she was experienced enough to make the jump. Fast forward a few months, she gets a call from Blackjack Lanza telling her Vince wants to talk to her. The next morning, the call is made. Vince schedules the meeting. Sherri said she waited 2 weeks before she gave Vince an answer, and then she accepts and gives Vern a 2-week notice. You're pretty new to the company when Sherri comes in. What are your memories of how Martel wound up joining the company? And is it true that Jesse Ventura helped get the ball rolling, at least from your recollection?
From my recollection, yeah, I think it was Jesse or Pat through Jesse somehow who had seen Sherri work, and Vince had seen her work and liked her work. I remember very, very early on, and when I say very early on, I'm talking like in one of our first few meetings, Vince asked me if I knew who Sherri was and what kind of experiences I had had with Sherri. He had heard that she was trouble, and he had heard that, she was a little rowdy and what have you. And my experiences with Sherri were always good. She just was really nice. She was a lot of fun, but she could go. And I was strictly looking at it from that aspect. And I don't know that, especially at that point in my career with WWE, that my opinion was going to matter that much anyway. But I knew early on that they had been talking and Vince was interested in bringing her in. So he said, do you think that it would work if she were the champion? And we actually were able to get more women in, and if we made Sherri champion, because I don't think Moolah at her age is going to be able to travel the way that we would like to travel and the way that we would like to get the women's championship out there. So, times were changing, and Sherri had the big part of Sherri coming in at the time was Sherri had left the clutches of Moolah, if you will, because Sherri had gone out on her own, and when Moolah booked you, Moolah got her percentage. That was Moolah's deal. She trained you, you sign it, you know it ahead of time. When you go to work, Moolah's going to get a percentage of your pay. Well, Sherri broke away from Moolah and was doing her own bookings and doing her own stuff with Vern and with everybody else. And Sherri was afraid to come back into the fold with Moolah because she had broken away from Moolah. And Vince assured her that, look, Lil's not going to hold a grudge, and got them together and they were fine and what have you. But, that was the first time I heard about it, and I thought that she would be a great addition to the roster.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.